Hello everybody and welcome back to another trip report. Today I'm here at Adelaide International Airport in Australia, in South Australia to be more specific. And today I'm going to be flying Virgin Australia on board a Boeing 737 from here in Adelaide back home to Melbourne in Victoria. Okay, so I just arrived off a plane from Perth. Stay tuned if that's not already out, but it probably will be. Yeah, it's a slightly interesting one. You might have got a clue at the start of the video. Yeah. Okay, so no need to go through security for connecting flights. My bag's checked through and I already have my boarding pass. So yeah, it's a very easy connection process. Literally just have to go to your next gate. Have about 50 minutes until my next flight. So let's go over there and just check out the Virgin Australia Adelaide lounge. Okay, so welcome to the pretty quiet Virgin Australia Adelaide lounge. Fortunately no tarmac views, but first impressions are it looks really modern since I know it was recently renovated, and it looks like a beautiful lounge. Some cookies, barista coffee. Yeah, well, this lounge looks like a proper cafe. Have some, don't know what that is, but it looks nice. Some salads, apples, some cheese, crackers. The pancake machine's unavailable, which is a bit sad. Looks like egg wrap, a few different wraps and sandwiches. There's some chicken corn soup, curried cashew and lentil soup with bread rolls and stuff. There's probably bread rolls in here. Yep. So, yeah, and there's the other soup. Overall, the selection is okay. It's pretty good, but it's not particularly impressive. However, the lounge itself looks absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on what happens next. Okay, I enjoyed my very nice and quick stay here in the Adelaide lounge. However, unfortunately I only had about 15 minutes. Since, according to the boarding pass, it's now about time to board. Thoughts on the Adelaide lounge? In terms of the interior design? It's probably my favourite out of all the Virgin lounges I've visited, and I have visited quite a few. However, when it comes to food selection, I don't know what it's normally like, but it's solid, but it's not the best I've seen. So yeah, overall, great lounge experience. Doesn't look like we're boarding as of yet. My plane for today is just taxiing in here. This is Victor Hotel, Victor Uniform, Lima. It's a 2007 built Boeing 737-8FE, delivered brand new to Virgin Blue in 2007, and then came over to Virgin Australia, along with a lot of other planes, when Virgin Blue rebranded. This will be my ride home. If you have Velocity Platinum or Gold or travelling in Economy X or Business Class, you do get priority boarding. Haven't commenced boarding just yet. Hopefully we should be soon, since we're going to be running a little bit late.
Comfort or carry-on bags must not exceed 7 kilograms, and once on board, please place all small bags under the seat in front of you. Smoking, vaping, or using e-cigarettes isn't allowed at any time. Guests who would like assistance to board, please come forward at gate number 14 to board now. For business class, Economy X, Velocity Platinum.
Priority boarding time. Hi. Thank you. Okay, now let's board. They do have rear air stairs, so we'll probably be boarding through the back, since I'm in row 26 today.
you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Well, thank you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
It's windswept in here.
Welcome aboard the Virgin Australia 737-800. My seat for today is 26A. Left-hand side of the aircraft, then boarding from the rear. Has a nice ring view and a scratched window.
For taking you through to Melbourne. If we can just have your attention, we are paging. Could you please make yourself known to cabin crew by pressing your call bell? Thank you. Flight 224 taking through to Melbourne. My name is Donna. I do have the pleasure of being your cabin manager on today's flight, and I will introduce the rest of your lovely crew to you very shortly. Free streaming wireless entertainment is available on board. You can now access this on your own device. Once selecting flight mode, select the Virgin Australia Wi-Fi network, scan the QR code, which is located on the back page of the menu in front of you. Quick flight time today, 1 hour and 2 minutes. If there's anything that we can do to make your flight more comfortable, please do not hesitate to ask any one of us.
To welcome you aboard your Virgin Australia Service 224 across to Melbourne. Be underway in just a few minutes' time. Taxiing out, short taxi today at runway 23, departing over the water and making a left-hand turn. Tailwinds today, so we've got a flight time 1 hour and 2 minutes. That's fairly quick, and weather conditions in Melbourne just a light and southerly clear skies and about 19-20 degrees for our arrival. I'll be flying the sector over there today, so I'll get back to you closer to our top of descent with some more accurate arrival details. Once again, welcome on board.
Okay, so now that I'm well and truly on board with my seatbelt fastened, let's go through the seat features of the Virgin Australia 737-8FE seat 26A. First up, legroom is a solid 79 centimetres or 31 inches. It is, I'm 5 foot by the way, and it's solid. It's the same as Rex and the Jetstar Boeing 787, but it does beat Qantas. But yeah, it's nothing special, but for a short 1 hour flight, I think it's pretty good. There's a personal seat pocket here for your own items, and then there's another one for the safety card menu. There should be sick bags, but there currently aren't. So yeah. And then here's the tray table. It comes down like this. It's in a fixed position, so you can't move it. There's a cup slot, as almost always, and yeah, it's not foldable. And there's the overhead panel. And finally, there's also a headrest, which is adjustable. This one's a bit clunky, but yeah, up, down, and you can adjust the sides. So yeah. And as for seat padding, it's pretty solid, but nothing special. There's no coat hook on today's aircraft, I think. This seems to me like it's probably the oldest configuration on Virgin 737s. It doesn't necessarily mean the plane's that old though. So yeah, overall, pretty nice seat features, and it's a pretty comfy seat, especially for a 1 hour ride down to Melbourne. Now time for pushback.
Hello everyone, once again my name is Donna. It's now my pleasure to introduce you to the rest of the crew flying us to Melbourne this afternoon. In the flight deck today we have Captain Jonathan Bell and First Officer Daniel Temple. Your cabin crew today, in the front of the cabin we have Sadie, in the middle of the cabin we have Alex, towards the rear of the cabin we have Danielle. And whilst we know that some of you may fly often, we would appreciate it now if you could pause all electronic devices just whilst we do take you through the very important safety demonstration. Thank you.
Welcome aboard. It's wonderful to have you with us. At Virgin Australia, your health and safety come first, so we appreciate you giving us your attention as we take you through some important information about this flight. And if we need to evacuate, leave everything on board. Bringing your bags will slow you down and could damage the escape slides. To find out the brace positions and other important safety information, check the safety instruction card in your seat pocket. As always, smoking and the use of e-cigarettes of any kind isn't allowed on board. This includes in the toilets, which have smoke detectors and alarms. You may continue using your handheld devices as long as you have switched them to flight mode. Anything larger than handheld will need to be put away. And if you lose your device in your seat, don't move the seat. Just sit tight and ask your crew for assistance. Finally, make sure your seat is upright, window blinds are open, tray tables put away, and all bags are under the seat in front of you.
Cabin crew be seated for takeoff. Seating on today's flight. And a friendly reminder, smoking, vaping or using e-cigarettes is not permitted anywhere, including in the toilets. The two toilets located at the rear of the aircraft for those guests that are seated in the main cabin. We are pleased to offer the Virgin Australia entertainment on your own device, free streaming movies, TV shows and children's entertainment. Simply connect to the Virgin Australia Wi-Fi network and scan the QR code on the back of your menu.
I just noticed we were just at about 35,000 feet now. We're descending a little. I assume it's to avoid this layer of turbulence. Cabin crew should be around for the tea, coffee and water and bar on board service. Because as always, tea, coffee and water is complimentary on Virgin Australia. Okay, so now leveled off at our cruising altitude. It might be our new cruising altitude of 33,000 feet. Okay, so the pretty friendly cabin crew just came around and handed out the Takeoff and water service, and I think we were able to buy something, but they didn't really ask, I think, because they didn't probably want to because there's not much time. So yeah, I just got a white tea, so yeah. By the way, we'll check out the Virgin Australia Melbourne lounge on arrival.
And arrival time into Melbourne. Currently it is southerly as expected. 20 to 25 kilometres per hour, 21 degrees on the ground, and some broken cloud at 3,800 feet above the aerodrome. We'll be commencing our descent in 5 minutes' time. It's been
Okay, so just on descent here, I'm just gonna really quickly go through the Inflight entertainment. So there's trending movies. By the way, the arrival time and stuff's a bit messed up, but so don't worry about that. Action movies.
We'll be landing soon, so the seatbelt sign is now on.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm not going to be able to go through it in detail in some of my past videos I have, but I can definitely say that there's a whole lot of movies for a 1 hour flight. There's no way you can get bored. Well, at least I don't think so. Some TV shows, music, kids TV, podcasts, books, and then the moving map, which is very glitchy today. It seems to be basically showing all the flights that I think the plane has done today. So I think it came. Actually, I have no idea what it's done. But yeah, as you can see, should be landing in about, it reckons 9 minutes, but I think it'll be a bit longer considering we're still at 13,000 feet. So yeah. Overall, I think it's a pretty good selection of in-flight entertainment. There's also stuff for short movies, and yeah, considering it's free for every fare, I think it's really good. Okay, so just started our approach into Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport, landing from the north, getting quite a bit of turbulence. It's been a bit of a bumpy flight, but nothing major. I'm just going to conclude today's trip report, since on the ground I'm going to show you the lounge. So our journey today started off in Adelaide. Well, my journey started in Perth, but the transfer experience in Adelaide is seamless. It's, you don't have to do anything if you've got your bags checked through. So yeah, just went to the lounge. The lounge was really good in Adelaide. It had really good vibes. It was a beautiful lounge, and the food section was solid. It was pretty good. Boarding was executed 5 to 10 minutes late, but that was a pretty quick and good process as well. Priority boarding if you have Velocity Gold and a couple other things. So yep. Once we're on board, the seat is solid. I mean, I've flown on Virgin enough to know what it's always like, but yep, it's a pretty good seat, especially for a 1 hour flight. It's definitely quite comfortable. And the in-flight service, free tea, coffee and water, has on all Virgin flights. However, some flights under an hour, like I've flown Melbourne to Adelaide before and I didn't get hot drinks, but they were served on today's flight. So that was good. And then you can also get stuff from the buy on board menu. The cabin crew were also pretty friendly, but they weren't like really good either. So yeah. And then I think we're going to be landing in Melbourne maybe 5 minutes early. So all good. So overall, my experience with Virgin Australia today was, oh golly, quite good. Bit of turbulence, however. It was a good experience with Virgin Australia. It was pretty just average. Just what I expected, really. Nothing was particularly different. So yeah. On this route, the airfare starts from, I think, maybe 89 on some weekdays or 109 on weekends. I might be wrong. The prices will be on the screen now. Jetstar occasionally have sales of $39 flights. If you can take that, that's always a good deal, even by the time you add baggage. But if Jetstar's the price that they often are, which is like $79, I think it's worth paying an extra $10 to $20 to fly Virgin Australia. And Rex on this route also sometimes has really good prices, anywhere from $69, $79, $89. So yeah, I think Rex is probably the best option, and Qantas is just a ridiculous price on this route. It's like $150. So yeah, the best option is probably Rex, but Virgin's a good option too. Enjoy the landing.
Hello everyone, welcome to Melbourne Airport. The local time has just gone 3:20. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please do still remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Keep the aisles and exits clear until the seatbelt signs are turned off. Do take care when opening lockers above, as items may have moved during our flight. We will be disembarking through both the forward and the rear doors. We will also be refueling. Your mobile phones and other electronic equipment may now be used with flight mode turned off. If you do leave us via the rear stairs for safety reasons, however, they must not be used outside of the aircraft.
I think we might be waiting for a gate. Seems like Melbourne Airport is actually very busy. So I can see a couple of planes queuing up in the background. And just here have a Cathay A350 1000 and a VA737 800.
Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Time to disembark. Thank you, see ya. Okay, welcome to Melbourne. We're going to do my outro now, but stay tuned to see the Virgin Australia Melbourne Lounge. Okay, well, thank you all for watching today's video. A like and subscription if you enjoyed would be very much appreciated, but it's not necessary nor expected. It just help me out a little bit. If you'd be happy to do that, it'd be much appreciated. So, yeah. If you like, check out my website at aviation763_ for information on upcoming flights and easy navigation to certain airline trip reports. If you like, check out my community tab so that you can see a little bit more information on upload schedules sometimes, and also just participate in some polls for a little bit of fun. Feel free to check out my Instagram at aviation763_. I post somewhat live updates and some cool photos over there. So yeah, you can kind of see where I'm going to, not just plain photos. So yeah, and finally, thank you to all my amazing patrons who help to make these videos possible. The support is so much appreciated, and I couldn't do what I do without you. So yeah, the names will be on screen now. Thank you so much to all of them. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the lounge, and I hope to see you in my next video. Okay, so here at the Virgin Australia Melbourne Lounge, let's have a quick look at the food that's on offer here. Okay, so there's chicken and corn soup. There's another soup. There's another soup just there. Some bread rolls. Fried chicken, which I might try in a minute. There's cutlery over there. Looks like butter and also some apples. Alcoholic beverages are available since it's past 12 o'clock. There's some vanilla slice. And some salads of a couple different sorts. And some brie cheese, it looks like. A couple of stuff for a cheese platter. And yeah. Overall, I think it's a pretty nice lunch offerings. Actually, late lunch. Sort of afternoon tea, really, here at the Virgin Australia Melbourne Lounge. I'm quite happy with the offerings, and yeah. Now I'm just going to go and enjoy the beautiful view over the tarmac. Thank you. I've already had one of those chicken drumsticks. They're pretty good, but there's not a whole lot of meat on them. Just got a vanilla slice for desserts and apple juice. I'm now leaving the Virgin Australia Lounge to go get my baggage. Forgot to mention there's barista coffee there and a couple biscuits to go with it. I went too far. And overall, I think the Virgin Australia Melbourne Lounge is definitely one of my favourites. I very much enjoy my time here.
Hello everyone, welcome to Melbourne Airport. The local time has just gone 3:20. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please do still remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.